Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, Libra, I'd just like to say I am a experienced and professional holistic spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Messages for Libra. Messages for Libra. Okay, let's have a look at that. Alright, so you're coming in with the Judgment card, and you're also coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. This is, straight off the bat, it's coming in as a new beginning. But the new beginning is you, is what I'm getting here. Of course, this is both you and your person here. It's a restart, is what I'm getting. A rebirth. It can come in as, here Libra, the chance to start over, the chance to right wrongs is what I'm also picking up here, especially with the Judgment card. See, what those two cards can kind of talk about here, Libra, is that for both you and your person, here in your reading, it's coming in as what you built and what you invested your time and attention into. That's what I'm getting here. Now, with the Judgment card coming in, what it talks about there in your reading is that you're getting these intuitive nudges here, both you and your person here, to fix up certain areas is what I'm getting in terms of what you've built here. Hence why I was coming in with that restart, that rebirth here. Because it does talk about what you have created already in terms of the Wheel of Fortune. But I will deep dive here, but it can also be seen as fixing up and sorting out here when it comes to the Judgment card here in your reading. See, both cards can kind of talk about a past program, an outdated belief system here in your reading. And what I get there in your reading is that wanting to change it. This is both you and your person wanting to make changes here. You know you want to, you know you need to, and you know what it is that you need to change. Both you and your person, that's how it's coming in. Alright guys? Let me just check something out for you. There's a lot of mixed emotions here with both these cards on the board. I was going to say misunderstandings here, but this misunderstanding comes in because of your communication style, your person's communication style. See, it's coming in as you allowed, or both you and your person allowed certain things to happen and to unfold here in your reading, and it didn't kind of work out. That's what I'm also picking up here, guys. It didn't go the way in which you wanted it to go, but you may have disregarded it. You may have just pushed it to the side here. And so what it can talk about there in your reading is that not learning the lesson that you needed to. Okay, let's go. See, in terms of the past program here, this outdated belief system here, it's coming in as how you see yourself and how your person sees themselves here. Okay, it's like, let's say here in your reading, you don't know how to play tennis. All right. And so what I'm picking up here is that you just constantly say to yourself, this is just a scenario. I'm no good at tennis. I'm useless at tennis here. But you're not taking any steps to try and be better at tennis here. It's coming in that way. But there may have been opportunities for you to get better at tennis, to learn about the game, learn how to play the game here. Like I said, it's just a scenario here. That's how those two cards are also coming in. And so what I also get there, so instilled in your mind and your person's mind here is, I am absolutely useless at tennis, but it's like it's constant here, guys. It's like you can't push it away. Yeah, you can't let it go that you're useless at tennis here. And I'm not saying that you're useless at tennis, but in your mind here, the way in which you see yourself, that's how this is coming in, and for both you and your person. So there is an element of change that needs to happen here. All right, let's keep going. All right, so you have the Fool card, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles, and you were also coming in with the Seven of Pentacles. It's exactly what I'm saying about tennis here, guys. So you were coming in with 11, 12 is 3. You know, what it can kind of come in as here is that because of the way in which you think about yourself here, both you and your person, especially when it comes to that tennis thing here in your reading, everything that you do or everything that you try, you see it that way. Like I said, I'm useless at tennis here. And so if you were going to go to build a business here in your reading, you want to build it, you know you're good at it, but that constant reoccurring phrase, I'm useless at tennis, keeps in your mind. It's constantly in your mind. That's what I'm getting here with these cards on the board. And so what I also pick up here, Libra, for both you and your person, it's just easier not to. It's just easier not to try anything new, but just to stay in a comfort zone here. Whatever that comfort zone is for you and your person, it is coming in as negative patterns of thinking and feeling is what I'm getting. That's what the Judgment card and the Wheel of Fortune is talking about here. You get so close, what I get here in your reading is you get so close to trying, or you get so close to taking these tennis lessons here in your reading that you pull back here. And what it also talks about here in your reading is that, well, with the Seven of Pentacles, what I get there is you're so used to doing that. You're so used to pulling back here. A lot of what you want to do here, a lot of what you want to build here in your reading just stays as a plan here. And I get here, you've got a mighty good plan here, you just don't execute it, is what it talks about. And so it's hard to find that motive, to self-motivate yourself here, both you and your person, self-confidence here. To have a new beginning. You don't have to be the best tennis player, you just have to learn how to play tennis. That's all it's talking about here in your reading. Well, that's one way in which you can look at it here. That's how these two cards are coming in. See, with the Fool card, I normally see the Fool card as self-development here, self-worth, self-confidence here in your reading. But there's a fear element when you're coming in with the Knight of Pentacles here. You're slow moving, I will say that in your reading, but it's the fear to not so much learn how to play tennis here, it's the fear to play tennis is what I'm getting. Or to even think that you can play tennis, that you can play it here. It's like you're so used to, both you and your person, you're so used to not being good at tennis here. You know, it's like it just is that way, but does it really have to be here, Libra? Does it really have to be that way? See, with the Seven of Pentacles, what it can talk about there in your reading is that you've got the tennis racket. Okay, you do have access to a tennis court here. But there's a fear to go and play tennis is what it talks about. That's what I'm getting. And so it's easier to do, you know, just to leave it where it is here and do something totally different here. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but there's always that reoccurring is what it talks about. Seeds of self-doubts is what it's saying. It does have to do with others here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Judgment card. How other people see you here in your reading. The Seven of Pentacles comes in as success and achievement, but for yourself it's coming in as, for both you and your person, wanting to take it to another level here, but scared to take it to that level is what I'm getting with the Knight of Pentacles here. Let me pull some more cards here, Libra. See what else I'm able to share with you. Oh, Thank you. Ace of Cups. Oh, what was that? Alright, so you have the Strength card, you have the Ace of Cups, and you are coming in with the Seven of Cups here in your reading. There is a fear to make changes here. Yeah. Yeah. There, see, in order for you to play tennis here in your reading, you have to be ready for it. And what I mean by ready for it here is your mind, the way in which you think here. It's coming in as you need to face and confront a past pain, hurt and fear. This will help you potentially here in your reading. This is going to help you to play tennis. See, potentially here in your reading, what it talks about there is that, well, straight off the bat, if you're going to keep thinking the way that you're thinking here, it's going to create blockages for you with the Seven of Cups. Because potentially here in your reading, what I get here, Libra, is for both you and your person, it's coming in as you won't be able to decipher here things you can do, want to do here. You won't be able to choose here. You won't be able to make the choice here in your reading. See, it also comes in here as Libra, potentially here, you're not going to give anything a go with the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups. You may not give anything a go, is what I'm getting. It is coming in as the Eight of Cups, but it also comes in as the Nine of Cups here in your reading. It is coming in as self-worth, self-confidence here. It is coming in as unconditional love here in your reading. See, what I get here, let's say you do play tennis, what I get here in your reading is you need chocolate to play tennis. You need to eat chocolate. Then you feel okay with yourself. You feel okay with the environment. You can interact with anybody in your environment. But when you don't eat the chocolate, that's where you start to struggle. That's what I'm getting. But what I can talk about there is that for both you and your person is that you're going to need the chocolate all the time here. And it's a struggle not to eat the chocolate. That's how these cards are coming in. So what it talks about here in your reading, coming in with the Ace of Cups, is to choose yourself here. That's what it's saying, is to love yourself unconditionally here, and book an image reading with me. There you go. There you have it as the Sun card. Your advice, the Sun card. The Sun card talks about self here. It's the truth about oneself and one's reality here in your reading. See, the Sun card is also seen as strength here, inner strength here in your reading, to come out of a past way of doing things here, with both the Judgment card and the Wheel of Fortune. See, I do get here is so used to being seen a certain way, so used to everybody kind of giving you advice and guidance here, is that it's become a comfort zone. Hence why you don't want to play tennis. Don't want to, or you don't want to take that chance to play a game here. Tennis, let's liken it to the Ace of Cups, is something that you really love to do. It's coming in that way here in your reading. Yeah, you do have opportunities coming towards you here. Okay, you just have to take the chance. That's what it's saying here. Take a chance on you is what it talks about here in your reading, which will give you a better mind space, I suppose, when it comes to these choices. The Seven of Cups, where you can take the chance. Potentially here you will take the opportunity. You will go towards the option that you are wanting here. Both you and your person, Libra. Alright, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your reading, Libra, and I will catch you later. Bye.